Okay, class, today I'm going to introduce you to Shakespearean comedy, but first we're going to take a short little quiz about what we learned last time. So I'm going to give you all a few minutes to take this little quiz on tragedy, then I'll pick them up and then we'll go right into learning about comedy.
For question number 3, do you want an example of a tragic flaw, or do you want us to define it?
Define it. The best way you can.
This is hard.
Okay, is everyone finishing up?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to pick those up.
You're not going to read these, are you?
Okay. So, who can tell me what hamartia is?
I thought.
It's a tragic flaw, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Okay. Who can tell me what hubris is?
Arrogance.
Yes, I mean that it is a form. It's really excessive pride, which really does go along with arrogance. So, can anyone define a tragic flaw? What that is, or maybe what a tragic flaw creates within a character?
Creates a problem.
It creates a fall in which they have to
Yes.
redeem themselves.
Yeah, that is where like the hero turns into chaos, and then the downfall, which leads into a death. Can anyone give me an example of a Shakespearean tragedy?
I remember that.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I remember.
Othello. Macbeth. Okay, those are some good examples, and yes, you can find tragedy in
The Tempest.
The Tempest is actually a comedy, which we're about to jump into. So,
It's a tragic comedy.
the characteristics of Shakespearean comedy deal with young lovers who are usually faced with obstacles that are created by their elders. And we all know that our parents, grandparents, they can put pressure on us, or, we feel like we have to act a certain way, be a certain way, just because they want us to be. So in these Shakespearean comedies, this is how the youth is feeling. The young lovers have to face these obstacles, and they always kind of like triumph, and they get over these problems, and all comedies end with a marriage. So that's kind of one of the big characteristics of a comedy. And some examples are Much Ado About Nothing, A Midsummer Night's Dream, and The Tempest, which Jack kind of gave to us earlier. But one thing I wanted to point out was A Midsummer Night's Dream. There are two young lovers, and the father of the woman, of the girl, does not want her daughter marrying this guy. She wants her to marry this other man who they're both like equal. Like one man is not better than the other, but it's just the principle of it that the father wants her daughter to marry this other. So the lovers run away into the woods, and usually in comedies you'll find supernatural occurrences. So like in the woods is kind of like the liminal space, and the liminal space is when these supernatural things happen. Like there are fairies and all kinds of things like that. And so once they've like gone through this kind of like fairyland, they come out and basically face their problems, and then the problem turns into something good, and so the father allows them to be married. So that is basically what a comedy is. And like up here you can definitely tell the differences between a tragedy and a comedy. One is definitely, sadder than the other. So does anyone have any questions? Okay.
Thank you.